Hey everybody, Josh and David here for the last Whiskey Wednesday, the last drink local of 2022. We're joined by Tyler, Master Distiller here at Mile High Spirits, who's
hey guys,
have been gracious enough to host us again in their barrel room. So we've got a couple really awesome things from them and one cool thing from us to get going here. So let's get started. Tyler, you want to tell us a little bit about what we got in the glass first?
So we just released a rye whiskey. We call it the Triple Rye Whiskey. It's a 5-year-old, 105 proof expression of the different ryes we make here, but this particular rye is made with 3 different ryes, a German rye, a Midwest American rye, as well as a Colorado grown rye, and some Beechwood smoked barley.
Yeah.
Let's give it a nose.
This is, I mean, before we got on camera, I was just nosing this, and you can just like nose this for like a long time and just keep getting different things. There's a lot going on with this whiskey.
Definitely a lot to dissect. Initially got some floral notes, and then as it kind of opened up, I was getting like orange peel, tangerine, very tropical, like your shirt.
Yeah. Very tropical.
But not something you would think you would get when you crack open a rye.
Yeah, and then, you know, on the palate, it's got a little bit of like a maltiness up front, like a malty sweetness, a little bit of that dilly, spicy notes that you would expect from a rye, but you know, not overpowering, really well balanced. Just a, you know, one of those whiskeys you can, as we've said here on here a bunch, you can just sit with, and every time you take a sip, you're getting something different, which is really cool. I mean, this is really well done.
Thank you so much.
Let's drink it. See what it tastes like. You do get a nice balance of spice, but still get that, you know, orange, you know, tangerine. But yeah, it does still have a little bit of a spice to it, which is nice. What do you think it gets that you know, floral citrus from? Which rye or which grain?
I think it's mostly the Colorado rye shining through with those floral and citrus notes, as well as the play with the yeast.
Right.
Our yeast strain has a lot of floral notes, and I think the rye allows the whiskey to shine those flavors through.
Yeah, and so this guy is going to be distillery only, right? So
Distillery only, yeah.
When are you guys releasing this? How much? What does that look like?
We just released it. Only 180 bottles are available to the public just downtown here at the distillery, Mile High Spirits. But we also have more of this down, and there's more on the way, and this is sort of, you know, just to showcase what we have coming out, and soon it'll be everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely let you guys know whenever it is available for sure.
yeah, and you know, this is any indicator of what's to come, and you guys are doing some cool stuff. That's awesome. Sweet. And then next is your guys' Ballin' and Bond.
Yes.
So this is batch 4. So batch 4 will be hitting the shelves at Argonaut, hopefully either late this week or early next. You want to tell us a little bit about this and kind of this project?
So Ballin' and Bond, as many of you know, it's a stipulation a lot of distilleries strive for, becoming a distillery that has their own Ballin' and Bond. Batch 4, currently batch 3 is at Argonaut. This particular is our biggest blend yet of Ballin' and Bond. This actually was 5 whiskey barrels. Batch 3 was only 3 whiskey barrels, so the SKU itself is growing. And it's super delicious. This one is more caramel vanilla forward, I think, up front, and as but is getting more complex as our blending is getting. We're having a bigger selection of barrels to choose from.
What's the age on this guy?
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah, and what I really like that you guys do, it's this guy's Bottled and Bond.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of your cask strengths, you'll do it 52.8%.
Correct.
Which I think is a really fun, you know, little detail.
This is, like you said, just classic whiskey.
Classic whiskey, yeah.
Caramel, brown sugar, easy to drink. Just a nice something to have every day if you don't want to crack into that special bottle. And
I think a Bottled and Bonded whiskey is definitely like the entry level for whiskey that I like to reach out and grab at any moment. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
proof, it's approachable.
Yeah, and you know, higher proof, so it'll stand up in cocktails. You know, and just a really nice whiskey. Definitely more classic. I did get a little bit of like a nutmeg kind of spice right on the mid palate that it's really nice. That's awesome. That's on the shelf right now at Argonaut. Batch 3 is at least batch 4, hopefully by early next week. And then we have another pretty cool project to talk to you guys about. So last month when we were at Avery, we did our Barrelly Alive Barrel Aged Stout. This is our newest collab with Upslope Brewing. So this guy's called just Argonaut Imperial Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. And this is really cool. So we sent 4 bourbon barrels up to Upslope from our Kentucky single barrels, some of our most sought after ones. We can't say the names of which brands, but some of the bigger Kentucky distilleries you're looking for, some of the brands that you can't find all the time. We had barrels of those. We sent them out to Upslope and they barrel aged this beer in it. And this thing came out huge. So the ABV on the bottle is 18.6%.
Wow.
So that is a big stout. I've had a few of these already at home. They're awesome.
Initially, it smells like a barley wine on
Yeah.
the nose.
Definitely, and if you can see, it's not super carbonated. There's not like a ton of gas, and that comes with the higher ABV. It makes it harder to, really get that carbonation to stick. But oh man,
Wow.
that is. I mean, it's big. It's boozy. It's you get like that syrupy, that really viscous feeling. Like it coats your tongue.
Takes all the moisture out of your mouth.
Yeah.
But delicious. You wouldn't be able to guess that it was 18.6, to be honest.
No, he drinks like an 11, so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not something that like, it's not hot, right? It's not like hot, like it's not like you're getting that Kentucky hug from it, but definitely it's big, bold flavor. I mean, the descriptors on the bottle, they talk about vanilla bean, orange peel, brown sugar, and I think all that's definitely there. And what's kind of fun about this one is, unlike the Barrelly Alive, this one isn't adjuncted at all. So after it's just the beer, after the brewing process, we didn't add in any flavors or anything like that. Whereas with the Barrelly Alive, we did some toasted coconut, some vanilla beans, a few other things. This is just the beer. So it's kind of a pure expression of what just a big stout can be, which is kind of fun.
It's really fun.
And just like with all of our single barrels, with our whiskey and tequila, these do count for our lotteries. So
Right.
our Barely Alive, $11.99. This comes in at what, $19.99?
$19.99.
So if you want to try something fun and different, if you only drink whiskey, this is definitely a whiskey drinker's beer. If you even want to call it a beer.
Right.
But yeah, so those do count, and it's a good way to get some more entries for, what are we doing next month?
Yeah, well, speaking of lotteries, so next month's lottery is going to be for this guy, the opportunity to purchase this year's Old Forester birthday bourbon. I'm really excited about this one. We only get a few bottles a year, so it's really exciting to be able to get one of these into your guys' hands. And then, since we have announced this lottery, it's time to draw for our Will It Weeded 8-year.
Bottom of this one. All right, so congratulations to David Perrin, one of the other, David Perrin. Here in about 30 minutes, we'll have a bottle ready for you to pick up at Argonaut. And, happy New Year to everybody. It's been a wonderful year. Enjoyed chatting with all you guys and, sharing whiskey and stories, and yeah.
Definitely. And Tyler, thanks again for having us. Mile High
Thanks so much.
Spirits, as always. We really appreciate getting to do Whiskey Wednesday here with you guys. Drink local, and also for everything kind of Argonaut related, whiskey related, download our app. So we'll post the QR code in the comments of this video, but download our app. You'll get push notifications for table drops, things like that, barrel releases, as well as you can order through the app for delivery or pickup. So another just easy, convenient way to shop and get ahead on some of the cooler stuff going on at Argonaut. So cheers, guys. Drink local. Come on down and give them a shot.